information about the Food Safety Partnership. First opportunity to visit. Let me just start by quickly introducing the partnership. This is quite an innovative local partnership. It's the first such partnership that is supported by the World Bank that combines public sector and private sector financing together and technical expertise. Both public and private sector are quite new partnership. It was established last December, had our second annual conference. The objectives of the partnership are to support capacity building for middle-income countries in order to help to the food system, to create economic opportunities, and to promote public health, safer food. The financing sources that we were able to attract to the partnerships contributions from the private sector, from 2 partners, plus the U.S. government. The World Bank is also providing some funding. And we have established a multi-donor trust fund in the World Bank partnership that has a target of about 45 to 50 million for activities over a 5 years. And so far, we're just at the beginning to attract funding in about 2.5 million available now. Is that better? Okay. Our current partners are identified here. The ones in red are the financial contributors. The governments that where we are currently carrying out pilot activities are also identified. China and other countries in the APEC region have been quite important, as this partnership originated with a memorandum of understanding. A number of the key international organizations are also active participants in the partnership. The World Animal Health Organization. And here are just a list of some of our in-kind contributors, a number of leading universities and nonprofit organizations, trade associations, and the basic idea for the partnership is not that we carry out a great number of capacity partnership, but rather that we identify the many excellent ongoing building programs that are currently being implemented and create a forum to help them work together in a more collaborative and effective way. So we're trying to serve as the platform where the private sector, academic groups can all combine their efforts and have a more impact scale of capacity building that is made available globally. Just a quick word about our operational structure. The first column on the left, types of organizations that are involved, governments, food safety, number of industry associations and firms. These organizations provide funding or expertise to the Secretariat's work, and that then results in what will be a better harmonized training and higher impact of the capacity building. The work of the partnership is done with the advice from a number of also have a to bring in senior advisors from different types of organizations. And the financial donors also provide ongoing advice to the partnership in terms of priorities and overall, this structure is functional for at least about 5 years. But during this period, we're hoping that the partners will determine themselves what kind of organization they want to see going forward. So we think that it may evolve into some of partnership framework. Working groups that I mentioned are four main ones. The first is find online platforms or other ways to make capacity and more easily available and more cheaply available, so that developing a very important group safety technical issues, broad subject. So that group has identified a number of subgroups of a communication team. And also a monitoring and evaluation. If we are being successful, if we don't know where we started from and eye on our operations. Chairs of each of these working groups academia, and we bring these chairs together on a regular basis. A good awareness of what each group is supporting. The Secretariat is hosted a small team, but we work very hard. So just to reemphasize, the main objective is to globally strengthen economies, particularly resulting in a healthier world. This will reduce the risks to consumers and also to businesses, and improve the skills of public health professionals, and also really by joining in the global food chain, it's possible to just to run very quickly the three main currently ongoing programs that are in the first auditory competencies, regulatory system, and hope that with the increase see a lot of activities to work with all of the Our first year implementation began last year, about $2 million. We started to fund a little bit less than half of our so we're running a little bit behind where we would like to be. So we have some activities underway of all. On the supply chain management, this has been the first and most active area of work. We've piloted a online trade initially in the module has been and also in Vietnamese and Russian and Turkish. For use in other it's a rather unique training module that is about a month long and then is followed by a as to deliver a really very focused type of training. And we also want to make sure that we've also initiated some work on practices, and that has been in Indonesia, and will be continued Malaysia later. At a number of available by different partners. This work will be summarized in the report a little later this year. Similarly, we have begun work with risk assessment focusing and to identify gaps how the existing materials. On the regulatory food system, database and information. One of the key things that we are working on look not only at the public sector side, but also to look at what at the primary production level as well as on the regulatory side. We've initiated some work on this in Zambia that started last year and have begun to begin some activities along these lines. Hope that this will be repeated in several other countries and states or provinces of very large countries like China. The idea behind the needs assessment is that it would produce an action plan for the country that would identify specific activities that will need to be implemented for agribusinesses and value chains, and for auditing and supervision. So this action plan would be with costing and how it wants to proceed to. Often ask what kinds of criteria do we consider when we're determining with a country. Look at the policy environment of the country, into and how strong are the needs for improvement. We look at what is the potential for scaling up. We do give priority to APEC countries. Partnership has evolved out of the initial. Very important that we have both public and private sectors in the country. Also, we look very practically at the opportunity for cost sharing or benefit from the activity. And then we do also anticipate sponsoring some market responsive activities as additional budget. And these would be 4 activities that are in addition to those that are currently out in the work. So that's all that I wanted to share with you for today. If you have further questions, later on. Thank you.